is a journey towards enlightenment. We all are seeking a purpose in life. We want answers to the question. Sometimes people ask me this question, why am I so miserable? Why am I so miserable? And it seems so strange when I have to say, it's your choice. If you are miserable, it means you choose to be miserable. Because it's up to us whether we want to be miserable or we want to be happy. The choice is ours. The point is that happiness is a state of being, and so is misery. Misery is not about problems. Oh, there may be, who is there in this world who doesn't have problems? There was a man, he asked people, how many of you have problems? They all said, yes, I have problems. How many of you don't want to have problems? They all said, we don't want to have problems. Okay, come on, I'll take you to a place where there is no problem. Let's go. So they all said, okay, let's go. They all got up. Then he said, okay, I want to inform you, we are all going to the graveyard. We are going to cemetery. In the cemetery, there is no problem. How many of you want to come? Everybody sat down. Nobody put their hand up. Everybody sat down. Even in a cemetery, we don't know if the problem is there or not because there are people are being eaten by worms. This is just a way of saying it. My dear friends, there are problems everywhere. The challenge is to be able not to be miserable. Just because there are problems, there is no reason to be unhappy. If you realize the truth about life, you will be free from misery. So today I would like to throw open the question answer session slightly earlier because yesterday there were one or two questions which were not answered. So can we start? If there's somebody who's had a question yesterday who would not answer or any new question, let us start. First question, Pandurang. Yes, Mr. Pandurang, please unmute yourself and start with your question. Pandurang, please unmute and ask your question. Administrator, is it a written question?
No, AiR. We can go to the next person till Pandurang comes back to us.
Okay, Pandurang, you have to unmute. Maybe Pandurang is new to the call. Mr. Pandurang, you have to unmute. Touch your screen and unmute the mic. Then you can ask the question. We can't even see you. So we don't know you're new to this call. So I'm not sure. Mr. Pandurang, as soon as you can unmute, let us give you a chance once you're ready because you're new to this Ask AiR. Next is Navjot. Navjot.
Shivam, sir.
Shivam, Navjot.
Sir, I realized today that all our emotions, that is laughter, sorrow, fear, all rise and go in a thing.
I'm not able to hear you.
I'm saying that all our emotions, that is fear, sorrow, anxiety, etc.,
Yeah.
all rise and fall in a background. Is that background consciousness?
All these emotions of fear and other things, they are coming from the mind. So we have to understand that they are coming from the mind of the ACP. So when you say, of course, this one. So the point is of the engine also. And let the lights be on. I'm sorry. So Navjot,
Yeah.
there is in consciousness only the mind works, but these emotions are coming from the mind. So when you read,
I realize that the mind, whatever thoughts, whatever chattering is going on, it is all in that thing, and that thing is permanent.
No, you have read something and you're trying to clarify what you have read, or do you have a question to ask?
No, I've experienced it myself, not read it anywhere.
Okay, what have you experienced? Once again, you experienced fear. Did you experience fear? What did you experience?
No, when we unlearn everything, every emotion, there comes a state which is the basis of all this.
Okay. So therefore, what do you
Without
want to do?
that, without that being pre-existent, nothing else can come.
Correct. What you say is correct.
So,
So therefore, what? How can I help you?
so is that consciousness?
Yes, consciousness is the consciousness. See, you know what consciousness is, right? When you are
Right.
conscious and you are unconscious. You know, when you're unconscious, you're sleeping, you can't see anything. You know that, right?
So it is that it is the scientific definition.
No.
But I want to know the actual spiritual consciousness.
The spiritual consciousness is something else. You are asking me to answer something in the way you want me to answer. Now you're telling me what is spiritual consciousness. Spiritual consciousness is being able to witness the emotions as they rise in your mind. It is the ability to see fear coming as fear. It is the ability to watch worry as it appears, as it goes. You are
Yes, sir.
conscious.
I did the same.
So very good. If you are able to observe all that, it's excellent. That is a
I
state of
saw it
consciousness.
rise. I saw it rising and then falling after a few moments, all emotions.
So good. It's a good practice of consciousness. That's a good thing. Okay? You're just sharing, right?
Okay. Right.
Okay. Thank you. Next question, please.
Tanu Chopra.
Tanu. Yes, Tanu. Is it a typed question?
Yes, sir, it's typed also.
Please read, Administrator. I want sugar.
Is it a cycle? Do we need to cry if today we laugh?
Sugar. Is it a cycle?
Do we need to cry if today we laugh?
No. No. This is an illusion. This is an illusion of the modern world which believes that we have to cry and laugh and cry and laugh. No. Because Tanu, if you reach a state of Sat Chit Anand, there is no crying. There is no crying. There is only bliss and peace. But if you are living in this modern world, then yes. So you go to any Swami and the Swami will tell you, क्या करेगा? दिन और रात, वो तो है, क्या करेगा? Huh? There is pleasure and pain, sun and rain, loss and gain. You will be glad and you will be sad. Good poetry. Very good poetry. But if you want the real answer, Tanu, the goal of life is to reach that state of Sat Chit Anand. सत के चित में जो रहता आनंदा में रहता सच्चिदानंदा हाल है वो सच का एहसास है करना आनंदा में रहता जो सच का चित करता. I hope you got the answer, Tanu. जो सच का चित करता वो आनंद में रहता. There is no cycle of today you cry, tomorrow you laugh. No, you don't. You stop cycling. You stop cycling. Huh? You go in a jet, in a supersonic jet to heaven. Not like go on, cycle, laugh and cry and laugh. No, don't want. Okay, Tanu, next question. I hope my message is clear. The message is this: we must try to reach in that state of Sat Chit Anand. That is the benefit of coming on Ask AiR. Those who don't come on Ask AiR, what they believe, Tanu? Same cycle, Hero Honda. For them, life is only Hero Honda. cry, laugh, cry, laugh, cry, laugh, cry, laugh. No, no. In Ask AiR, you ask Sanjay Das and Sudeep Bhargava, what is the goal? The goal is Ananda, Satchitananda. Okay, next question, please.
Next question, Sanjay Das.
Haji, Sanjay Das, show him. I'm sorry,
Shivam
man, I have
Guruji.
coffee, so I'm not able to do
No, please
Namaste
carry on,
properly.
please. You should be fresh all the time.
Please tell me.
Guruji, actually, Guruji, you must be aware that we are experiencing very, very heavy rainfall in
I
our
just believe
Maharashtra.
where I am right now on the airport road, there's no rain. But I believe in
In
Bangalore,
Maharashtra,
Maharashtra, there's a floods, lot of floods.
my heavy, heavy. Yeah,
Okay.
just we are in Pune. One city is there in this Mahad. So, from 15 families were staying near the mountain.
Yeah.
Entire mountain came down on their houses and dead, all dead. Just 4 o'clock in the evening, 2 days before.
Today. Oh my
2
God.
days before, 2 days back,
Good.
2 days back.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
all the WhatsApp this.
Sanjay, my ignorance is I don't read the news.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I don't read the
Yes,
news. So I'm
Guruji.
listening to you. I'm listening to you, but I don't read the news. So therefore, tell me, what is your question, Sanjay Das?
No. What I mean to say is, so many families getting cut. Are their karma similar that they die just, all the mountains falling on their houses? Where does this, mind and ego go? But this soul goes to the Paramatma. Mind and ego, so many at a time. So many people have died.
My dear
That was my
Sanjay,
question.
my dear Sanjay Das, do you know how many people die every day?
Yes.
How many people die every day?
No, the figures I don't know.
So, for my knowledge, in the world, 1,50,000 people die every day. 1,50,000 people
Entire
die
world.
every day. Correct. So what I'm saying, what I'm telling, every now and then, Sanjay Das, somebody is dying of heart attack. Somebody is dying of COVID. Somebody is dying of lung disease. Somebody is dying of kidney problem. Somebody is dying out of road accident. Somebody is dying. People are dying all the time. When 20 people die or 40 people die in one accident, we start saying, oh my God, kya hua? What happened? So many people. What about 1.5 lakh mind and ego? What happened to 1.5 lakh mind and ego?
Yeah. Yes.
So
yes,
what I'm trying to share with you, Sanjay, is like this. This world is being governed. This world is being governed by God through universal laws. The universal laws are capable of handling a drama. Have you been to any drama? Have you been to a drama? In the stage, how many actors you have seen in the drama, Sanjay Das? How many actors are there in the stage?
Many are there.
What, 50, 20,
Many,
30,
at
100?
least, minimum 10 to 12 are there. Minimum
You know,
2.
in God,
And
rest. In God's stage, you know how many drama actors are there? In God's stage, there are 8 billion actors. There are 8 billion actors. Every moment the show is going on. Somebody is dying, somebody is being born, somebody is taking off in the plane, somebody is having a train accident, road accident, somebody is being reborn, mind and ego is being transferred. Oh, it is huge. It is just like me telling you, in the world today, people are trying to elect a prime minister through electronic voting. How they are able to, everybody touches a button and we come to know who's the prime minister in a matter of minutes. So if man can do such a technological thing, for God, Sanjay Das, of course you feel sad. You feel sad that, oh God, why did this downpour come? Why these people? But Sanjay Das, these people have different karmas. It is not that the same 40 people were in Hitler's army and the same 40 people shot down those Nazis. Not like that. These 40 people had different karmas. But their end was like this. One thing is sure.
Okay.
The death of these people is yours. Are you clear it is because of karma, or you have a doubt that it's luck or bad luck or chance?
No. Karma is there.
But now you're clear, right? After being part of with me for such a long time, there is nothing.
Yes.
There is nothing in this world, Sanjay Das, that can happen which is not karma. So we have to,
Right.
and we have to learn to accept. We have to learn to accept, and we
Yes.
have to learn to surrender. These are the two things that are very, very important. Anyway, thank you, Sanjay Dutt. Is there anything more we should elaborate?
Thank you. Sure.
Sure.
No, this is okay. Got it. Thank you.
Sure.
Shivam, sir.
Next question, please.
Nishu Mathur.
Yes, is it? Will you read it out?
Yes, sir. If one is unhappy, if one is in unhappy circumstances, say unhappy personal circumstances, what is best? Change them or accept them as karma and knowing that some bad deeds will be negated.
If one is unhappy, read it again, please, because of some grammar is going wrong. If one is,
If one is in unhappy circumstances,
yes,
say unhappy personal circumstances,
yeah,
what is best? Change them or accept them as karma and knowing that some bad deeds will be negated.
nowhere in the game of karma you are supposed to accept everything and just sit and suffer. That is not using your intellect. You have to learn if there is something going wrong in your life. For example, there's gangrene growing on your toe. If gangrene is growing on your toe, it is karma. It may be carelessness in this life, or it may be past karma. What do? Oh, gangrene is growing on my toe. Let it grow. Let my karma be negated. No, Nishu Mathur, you don't do like that. You go to the doctor. You try to cut your gangrene. You take a medication. You do what is needed. You don't accept and say, oh, let my karma be negated. That is not right. You need to do your present karma. And your present karma means that you should take the medication, that you should take the required action and try to solve the problem. That is what you should do. Thank you. Next question, Administrator.
Bridget.
Yes, Bridget. Is it a typed question? Please read. What to do with emotions, feelings, and everything? Bridget, what to do with emotions, feelings? So, Bridget, who is getting emotions? Who is getting feelings? It is the mind. It is your mind. Now, there are two ways to look at this. As a human being, you will get emotions. You are not like the Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty will stand like this. No emotion, no feeling. And can Bridget be like that statue of? No, you cannot be like that. No, Bridget.
No.
So what you do, Bridget, when you get these emotions and when you get these feelings, we must turn negative emotions to positive emotions. Suppose you get a feeling of hate, you must turn that feeling to love. Suppose you get a feeling of doubt, you must turn to faith. So the negative emotion, we must turn to positive emotions. But Bridget, because you are such a keen student of enlightenment, the bigger step, Bridget. So simple step, I told you, right? Simple step, you understand. Take the negative emotion and turn it to positive emotion. Correct? So like suppose this is negative emotion. So I turn to positive emotion. From negative, I turn to positive. So that is one simple step. But Bridget, when you realize that I am the divine soul, when you become conscious that this mind is a rascal, then you start watching the emotions and you don't get affected by it. You observe the feelings and you observe the emotions. They will come and they will go, and you try to enjoy the show. That is the best. That's the best thing to do. For that, you have to become conscious. You have to become the observer. Like you watch a movie, you observe the movie, right? You observe the emotions. You watch the emotions. Then what happens? Those emotions don't hurt you. When you are part of the emotion, that emotion will hurt you. But when you observe the emotions, they will not hurt you. You understand? Was I clear, Bridget?
Yes, I understand. But sometimes emotion and feeling are like pig war. Ta, 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 ta. You come back always the same and ta, 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 ta.
Yeah, because the mind is like a machine gun. The mind is like a machine gun. So, Bridget, suppose there's a machine gun saying, Bridget, you will die. 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 Oh, you start sweating. You start sweating. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, it's
So,
true.
Bridget, so realize and watch that. Step out. Observe the mind. Mind is the enemy. The mind is doing that. So you step back. How to step back, Bridget? You step back with simple silence. Just be silent, Bridget. You try. Just shh. The tuk 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 will stop. Be silent. Thank you, Bridget.
Thank you
Administrator,
so much, Shubham.
I'll take Pandurang's question. He's a newcomer. I'm taking Pandurang's question. How we can control ourselves in happy and sad situation, in any situation. I don't want any facial expressions. How I can build like this. I don't want any facial expressions. You don't need, you, I don't know whether you mean you don't want from me or for yourself, but how can I build like that? How can I be without any facial expressions? How can be happy? How can we control in happy and sad situations? Pandurang, by being in a state of Satchit Anand. When you are in a state of awareness, when you are a state of consciousness, I think you are new to this call, Pandurang. We have this call every day. See, sad situation and happy situation are part of this Leela, this drama called life. In this drama, in any drama, there will be comedy and there will be tragedy. In Sholay, first he says, "Oh Basanti, chalo Basanti," first comedy. Huh? Then tragedy. भर गया. ये हाथ मुझे दे दो ठाकुर. Cut the hand. So there is comedy and there is tragedy. Then only the movie becomes interesting. So Pandurang, when you watch the movie called Life, then these happy and sad situations will stop affecting you. They will stop influencing you. That's why we meet every day at 8 to help us go forward in this journey as the divine soul, as the Atma, not as somebody who is easily affected by happy or sad situations. Neither we should be over happy. My dear friends, so I have not touched this topic before. Don't be over happy also. That also is bad. And don't be over sad also. That is the goal. No raga dvesha, they say. Be relaxed. Be calm. Watch everything as a movie. Thank you, Pandurang. Administrator.
Rajkumar Mohana.
Rajkumar Mohana.
Yeah, Sivo Mayor.
Yes. Shivoham.
Yeah, actually, I was going to ask about problem what we face. I see everywhere, observe like this, that is life is more complicated without money, or money is the root cause behind all the kinds of sufferings what I see around.
You know, Rajkumar, It's very funny. Because in some cases, when there is no money, people are suffering a lot.
Yeah,
Correct.
I'm noticing. I feel very sad to see the beggars and all that. I'm unable to help them sufficiently also.
But in some cases, money is the biggest cause of all the problems. Have you seen those situations also?
Yeah, those situations also I've seen. But without money, I've seen more rather than having money.
No. So let me explain to you.
Yeah.
Money has got nothing to do with happiness. Money equals happiness is Maya.
Right.
It's a myth.
Okay.
Have you seen the beggars enjoying their life on the street when it rains? Have you seen? Oh,
Yeah.
they are going and they are dancing and dun, 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 dun. They have nothing. They have no money.
Right.
They are more happy than the millionaires and the billionaires of this world.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
if you look at some of the richest men in the world, and they are coming in the most, they get down from a Ferrari, from a Porsche.
Right.
They get down from
Okay.
5 crore car. Just
Right.
watch
Yeah.
their face. Their face will not have one smile.
Hmm.
What is the use? What is the
They'll
use?
be full of they'll be full of tension. They'll be full of
Yeah.
tension, more tension.
Then how do you say that money can make people happy?
No, I've
Money?
seen that because nowadays, Guruji, actually, when I go to temple, without money, you can't go to temple also. You can't have darshan of God.
But why you need to go to temple? Darshan is in, God is with you, no.
To seek the blessing of Lord.
No. God is not in temple. You don't need to go to temple. God is in your heart.
But we believe it, no? When we feel sad, when we are in depression, we visit temples so that we can seek Lord's blessings to make our life better. We have faith in God. Takes us there.
Are you telling me that if you go to temple, you have faith in God? If you don't go to temple, you don't have faith in God?
No, it builds up more. It builds up more.
What you are saying is not wrong, but try to get to the point of enlightenment. Try to get to the point of, for example, a poor man on the street. He has no money to go to a temple, but he sees an old blind man walking and he holds his hand and makes him cross the street. Is that better, or going to the temple and doing bhajanam is better? What is better?
No, helping hands are better than speaking mouths. Helping hands are more.
You reminded me of a good quote. The hands that serve are nobler than those that turn the beads of a rosary.
That's true. Yeah, I believe in that. I do that also.
So please don't think money equals happiness. It is not true. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Next question, please.
Last question, Krishna Sharma.
Sir, Krishna Sharma.
Shivoham, sir.
Shivoham. Tell me, sir.
Sir, my question is whether desires are creating the thoughts or thoughts are creating desires.
Desires are creating thoughts or thoughts are creating desires? Desires and thoughts are a part of one process and both can happen. Now, when you say thought is creating desire, let us analyze. When you ask a question, I should not only answer, we should understand.
Yes.
Now, Krishna Sharma is thinking. What is thinking? He's looking at a Mercedes Benz and he's thinking, I want that car. The thought is creating desire. Correct?
Yes.
Now, when you are wanting to, you're saying desire is creating thought. You desire something. How can that desire be without a thought? Can the desire, suppose, give me an example of your desire. Give any example. Give any example of your desire.
Suppose I want to be successful in the life.
Okay.
That is a desire. Then I have to plan. I have to think about it.
So therefore, where is the seed? The seed is where?
No, seed is in the ultimate result. What I want. I have the desire.
Can you have the desire for success without thinking about it?
No, it is like a goal.
End result. where does it start? The desire will come first or the thought will come first?
Thought only will come first.
So thought is the seed. The thought will, so therefore they say, Krishna Sharma, why I want to give the answer this way, to help you to overcome it. So please understand, if we are able to make the complete mind silent, if there is no thought, can there be desire?
No.
So what is coming first?
Thought only.
But it is a circle.
No, how it is getting created into desire? Now the second question is, how it is getting converted into desire?
Because the thought is a rascal. The mind is a rascal. The mind, where does the thought come from? See, this is Krishna Sharma in Enlightenment, no Krishna Sharma.
Yes, sir.
You must do lot of introspection. Now think about this. When the thought is coming, Krishna Sharma, can the desire come with all your senses are shut? All your eyes, your nose, your ears, your tongue, your skin, everything is shut. Can the desire come?
No.
It can come from the mind.
Yeah.
But that mind can be subdued. So therefore, how the desire is coming, suppose you want to be successful. Where you got the successful idea? You saw somebody. You saw Bill Gates. You saw Jeff Bezos, Amazon. You saw Ambani. You saw somebody and you wanted. So that I saw, or you read, or you heard. So all these together, the senses are like doors. Through the door, you bring in a thought. That senses and the mind give birth to a desire. If Krishna Sharma is in the mode of Krishna, what he will say? I don't need anything, because nothing is mine. Success or failure, I will leave it behind. That's why realization of the truth will drop the desire, will drop the thought, will drop everything. They call this Shat Shampat. Shat Shampat means Sama Dama Uparati. Sama Dama Uparati means control of the mind, control of the senses, control of the craving. So what are the three words, Krishna Sharma? Sama Dama Uparati. This is there in the internet. You can Google, you will find the meaning. Sama Dama Uparati means you first quieten the mind. Then you quieten the senses. Then you withdraw like a tortoise. When the desire is coming, Krishna Sharma, suppose one beautiful girl is coming. Oh, the most beautiful girl. And she's coming with very sensual looks. What if you open your eyes and if you go towards it, gone, you're caught. But if you withdraw, if you go into your shell, then the desire will pass and you will be safe like a tortoise. So we have answered the question in detail. So remember, if you want to overcome desire, Krishna Sharma, first you have to cut the thought. You have to nip the thought. How to nip the thought? Like I told Bridget, best way, first of all, is to be silent. It's the simplest way. But the most advanced way is to reach that state of consciousness, that state of enlightenment. That is why every day we are meeting, no, Krishna Sharma.
Yes,
how
sir.
to reach that state of enlightenment, how to reach that state of consciousness. Today, for example, I have given up all desires. Tell me why I have given up all desires. Tell me. I don't like her what? I don't like to have money. I don't like to have beautiful girls. I don't like to have food. I don't like to have all the good things in the world. I don't like. Why have I given up all the desires?
Realization.
I realized, what is it? It is all like a movie. It is, nothing is real. In the end, khali haath aaya hai, khali haath jana hai, jaan kar bhi anjana ban raha hai deewane, apne umr fani par tan raha hai deewane, is kadar tu khoya hai इस जहां के मेले में, क्यों खुदा को भूला है फंस के इस झमेले में, आज तक ये देखा है पाने वाला खोता है, जिंदगी को जो समझा जिंदगी को खोता है अपनी अपनी फिक्रों में, जो भी है वो उलझा है। जिंदगी हकीकत में क्या है कौन समझा है। आज समझ ले, आज समझ ले, कल ये मौका हाथ न तेरे आएगा। ओ गफलत की नींद में सोने वाले, तुम पछताएगा। चढ़ता सूरज धीरे धीरे ढलता है, ढल जाएगा। So this is what you must focus on, Krishna Sharma.
Yes,
If we
sir.
focus on these things, no, then we will be free. My dear friends, thank you for being a part of this beautiful Sunday evening. Every day we go 2 steps forward, but we should not stop. We should keep on climbing, keep on climbing, keep on climbing till we reach that ultimate destination of enlightenment. And with that, words of gratitude for your divine presence, I bow down and I thank you. Thank you for being on the call.